Hi everyone, it's just after 2 o'clock here on your Monday. This is January 8th, 2024. I'm meteorologist Kyle Kiel with a quick update here on Facebook, on our website, news app, as well as our YouTube page on the winter storm that we have seemingly been talking about for more than a week now. It's had a lot of buzz on social media, so we've been trying to get ahead of it, and now it's all here. So we have a better idea of how this forecast is going to kind of pan out. We're going to walk you through it here over the next several minutes in detail. If you're watching this on Facebook, we'll go over some of the questions that you might have as the forecast progresses, but I'll kind of stay on those more important maps like the timing as well as how much snow you're going to see and the impacts here. I'll spend some more time on those graphics here coming up, but we do have a first alert day that is in effect. I'm going to switch over to my weather graphic system here, and that first alert day is in effect starting at 6 o'clock this evening and going until 6 a.m. Wednesday. So this is going to be a prolonged event. It's not like we're going to wake up tomorrow morning and you're going to have 12 inches of snow on the ground, because we'll still have snow probably through about Tuesday night. And then the wind is going to take over and blow that snow around. So we're talking a wet and heavy snow tonight. And as we get some colder air to move in aloft here heading into Tuesday, we're going to see that snow become a little more powdery. And that will lead to that potential blowing and drifting here as we head to the later part of tomorrow and into the afternoon and the evening. So lots to keep track of. This is obviously a pretty high impact event. It's been a while since we've seen a snowstorm quite like this, and it does have its unique challenges, which we'll get into here in just a moment. But as of right now, we have that winter storm warning for the entire TV6 viewing area from 6 p.m. tonight until we head into 6 a.m. Wednesday for that heavy wet snow. Gusty winds going to create low visibility as well as that blowing snow, which in turn is going to create some pretty difficult travel. So this is going to be something that we're going to stay on top of here as we head throughout the next 24 to 48 hours. So here's a look at the visible satellite right now. We've got a lot of clouds. Obviously, it's been a pretty cloudy day. This is a literal calm before the storm. And you'll notice that we're starting to see some returns on the radar. And I'm actually going to pull up on another computer here some surface observations to see if any of that's reaching the ground, and it does not appear that any of that in southeastern Iowa, portions of west central Illinois is reaching the ground quite yet. A lot of times with these storms, we see a little bit of a delay in the start of the snow because of the fact that we have dry air in place, but eventually we will get that to moisten up, that atmosphere to moisten up, and we will get all of this moisture to come in the form of mainly snow. Might be a little bit of a mix from time to time, especially off to the southeast, but this is mainly going to be snow as we have this classic area of low pressure that's really starting to strengthen in the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma, and that is going to move off to the north and east here. And it's taking a pretty classic track to give us that heavy snow, or I guess the heaviest axis of snow right here through the heart of the QCA. So usually we look between St. Louis, Missouri and Quincy, Illinois for that low pressure to track, putting us on the colder side of the storm and giving us the heaviest snow axis. And that's exactly how it appears it is going to play out. So I'm going to spend a little more time on this map, and this is our exact track map, and we are going to walk you through step by step. Looks like someone's watching from Florida. We're all jealous. But notice we'll have southeast winds this afternoon, 10 to 15 miles per hour. So it's not going to be especially breezy here as we start the event, but as we'll show you, those winds are really going to ramp up here as we head into the day tomorrow. So here we are at 5 p.m. Areas like Mount Pleasant, Burlington, Monmouth, Roseville, down toward Macomb, Keokuk, Fort Madison. You all are going to start to see that snow a little bit sooner than everyone else. So this could maybe reduce visibility. It's not going to stick initially right away, but after about 6 or 7 o'clock, once we see that sunset and that snowfall rate goes a little higher, we are going to notice that snow is going to accumulate very quickly. So by the time you turn on the 10 o'clock news and look out your window, there's going to be a lot of snow. It's probably going to look like a snow globe as we will see some heavy snow move into the TV6 viewing area. And that's going to continue here through the overnight hours. In fact, you kind of see this dry air moving in as well. It might shut off the snow for a little bit, maybe lead to a couple of bouts of thunder snow here late overnight into early Tuesday morning, and that's where we could especially get those 1 to 2 inch snowfall rates. But here we are at 3:30 in the morning. Notice that rain snow line. It's kind of near Keokuk, heading up toward Peoria. That's going to be crucial as far as who sees the snow and who doesn't in our southeastern hometowns. Quad Cities Metro point to the northwest. This is an all snow event. And here we are at 8 o'clock, kind of the heart of the morning commute, and we have heavy snow over the QCA. So this is going to have a big impact on that Tuesday morning commute and as well as the afternoon and evening commute. But if this rain and snow line you see here right around Peoria up toward the east of Princeton, if that moves off to the northwest, just 20 to 30 miles, that could actually lead to a difference of 3, maybe 4 inches of snowfall. So this is the kind of tricky forecast that we have, is kind of pinning down where that rain and snow line goes. I do think that this rain and snow line should stay kind of close to that Peoria, Illinois area, kind of where that track of low pressure will go. But you get the idea that this is going to be mainly a heavy snow event for the Quad Cities area. So here we are at 8 a.m. We've got those winds out of the northeast at about 14 miles per hour. We'll take you through the morning. The snow might lighten up just a bit, I should say, toward the lunchtime hour, and maybe even shutting it off here south of Highway 34. But we've got the backside of the system that's going to wrap around. And what's going to happen is it's going to kind of turn this wet snow into a more powdery, lighter snow due to the fact that we're going to get some colder air aloft. So that could lead to a quicker pileup with this really second/third wave of snow that moves through here tomorrow afternoon and evening. So here we are by 5 p.m. We'll have light to moderate snow across the TV6 viewing area. Again, those winds are going to be sustained 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting upwards of 40 miles per hour. So that's the kind of wind gusts that we're going to be watching here as we head through the afternoon and evening hours. So even once the snow winds down by 9, 10 o'clock, and especially by midnight, we'll still have those winds cranking as we head into early Wednesday morning. So that's why we're concerned with the blowing and drifting as we get some colder air to move in. So that's kind of the timing of this system. So let's go ahead and take a look kind of step by step the snowfall forecast. So this is through 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. So by the time many of you are just getting up, widespread 3 to 6 inches of snow is already going to be on the ground. So, luckily this is going to fall overnight. So hopefully we can get those plows out there to kind of clear the road if you do have to go to work tomorrow. As far as any school delays, I know that we have a ticker going on Channel 6 right now with many schools already coming in. I see a close tomorrow. I see a virtual learning day. So you'll just have to check in on the bottom of your screen on Channel 6 as well as on our website. I'll show you that here in just a moment. But already we have some schools calling it for tomorrow, as this is going to be a day full of tricky travel. So we had between 6 a.m. and later in the day, you'll notice that we'll continue to add several more inches of snow. So widespread, we are looking at anywhere from a good 6 to 12 inches of snow. So we do have this area highlighted in red, kind of circled in those southeastern counties where a little bit of mixing of rain and snow is possible. Could cut down on those totals. You'll notice Kewanee showing 3 to 4 inches. I think that's going to be more in that 6 to 8 inch range. But you get the idea that any shift northwest or southeast could mean the difference of a few inches of snow. So areas like Princeton, Galesburg, Macomb, even maybe toward Monmouth, you might be on the cusp of a half foot of snow, or maybe a little bit more depending on where we go. But I think just to kind of put it generally, we can expect as little as 6 or as much as 12 inches of snow. And you see that orange shading, that's kind of where our model depicts 8 to 12 inches of snow, and that encompasses a good portion of the TV6 viewing area. And kind of what we've noticed here during the morning runs of our computer models is that it's kind of shifting that heaviest band a little farther south and east than what it did overnight. So that would put the heaviest snow pretty much right over the Quad Cities. So I would say from Mount Pleasant through Muscatine, the Quad Cities, up toward Clinton, Sterling, Savannah, even up toward Rockford, Illinois. That's where we're going to have that heaviest access of snow. And keep in mind, that top layer of snow is going to be a little more fluffier. So once those winds pick up tomorrow afternoon, it will pick up a little bit of intensity. So wanted to kind of go a little deeper here online on kind of behind the forecast curtain here. This is the probability of 4 inches or more of snow. And if you look at that legend at the top, that dark red is basically a 95 to 100% chance of 4 inches of snow. And you see that encompasses about half the viewing area. Even the entire viewing area, we go to an 80 to 100% chance of at least 4 inches of snow. So that's pretty much a guarantee. We take it up a couple more inches. This is the probability of 6 inches or more. Notice I kind of just mentioned areas like Mount Pleasant, the Quad Cities up towards Sterling, Clinton, points off to the northwest. That's where we have an 80 to 90% chance of at least a half foot of snow. And we take it up to about 8 inches or more. We still have a good shot, more than a 50-50 shot in most of the viewing area to get more than 8 inches of snow, or at least 8 inches of snow. So in the Quad Cities, that puts us at about a 60 to 70% chance of getting 8 inches of snow So it's a good bet that we'll get at least that half a foot that we have been forecasting. So again, the snow and the heavy snow and the falling snow, that's just one aspect. We have to talk about the wind as well. We'll have those gusts anywhere between 15 and 25 miles per hour here through Tuesday morning, but watch the gustier winds come in as we head toward the afternoon hours. And 4 o'clock Tuesday afternoon is when we're going to have that cold air aloft moved in. So that's going to create, instead of that heavier snow that we're going to see tonight into tomorrow morning, it's going to be more of that light powdery snow, easier to blow around, especially in those rural areas. So we definitely want to continue to not let our guard down even as the snow comes to an end, because notice here, could have gusts up to 40 miles per hour here as we head into Tuesday night. And even by the time we wake up Wednesday morning, we'll still have those gusts between about 10 and 20 miles per hour. So that could still create some issues here as we head into your Wednesday morning commute. So I'm going to take a look at the travel forecast here, just kind of a basic map showing you our hazards here. So this evening, we're giving it the yellow light, especially I would say through 10 o'clock. That's when things are going to be a little slick in spots, but it's really after 10 o'clock and overnight that's going to create that hazardous travel here as we head into Tuesday morning. And that's going to continue right through Tuesday afternoon and evening for the heavy snow and gusty winds. So this is going to reduce visibility and cause a lot of travel headaches. And you want to give the plows some room as well, as they will be working hard as we head through the duration of this event. So I'm going to go to this next map here and see, here's a basic winter weather impacts here. And you can see that we are highlighted in that moderate to major impacts. It's not very often that we see the red encompassing a good chunk of the viewing area, but basically from the Quad Cities and points to the northwest, that's where we're expecting major impacts. But regardless, if you're going to see 5 inches of snow, 10 inches of snow, a foot of snow, the impacts remain the same. We're going to have the snow-covered roads, we're going to have blowing and potential drifting, especially in rural areas, and we're going to have that reduced visibility as well. So I'm going to go through a couple of the comments here. A lot of you are asking about school going to be canceled. That is 100% up to the districts themselves. So I'm going to pull up our website here, KWQC.com. Right at the top of the page, you can see an orange bar below our logo here that says closings and delays. So you can go there, and it populates in alphabetical order. So it shows a lot of the snow route alerts, the snow emergencies in effect in various cities and towns. It shows government agencies, it shows schools, and you can see that we do have a growing list. West Burlington Schools has a virtual learning day on Tuesday. Looks like Sauk Valley Community College is going virtual as well. Some libraries closing, a lot of virtual days. COVID times have kind of changed that. So you'll definitely want to continue to check our website here for that as well. I'm sure you get texts from your school district and whatnot. So this is our website. And right when you go to our homepage, or if you click the app, the First Alert Day weather story is here. Right now it's showing the live stream, but once this is over, it'll show the latest forecast from the weather team, and we kind of go pretty in depth in what we can expect here on our First Alert Day weather story. Going back to the home page, we kind of mentioned those snow route alerts. We have a growing list that will continue to be updated here throughout the afternoon and evening. We break it down basically Illinois and Iowa. Again, alphabetical order. It looks like these snow plow routes or snow routes are kind of being put on our homepage. So lots of good information here on our website, that is for sure. So I'm going to look through a couple more comments here. I'll pull up this winter weather impacts, and actually I'll go to the I'm going to go back here to the snowfall forecast, because I know that's probably what a lot of you are tuning in to see if it's changed. And we'll kind of go through here and show you that through Tuesday morning, 3 to 6 inches of snow. We'll see a few more inches added on during the afternoon. And finally, by the time all is said and done tomorrow evening, a widespread 6 to 12 inches of snow. So let's go back to the Facebook. We are not hyping the storm. We are giving the facts. Thanks for that, though, Jeff. I got some viewers from Florida here, so I guess you're laughing at us right now. I'm going to go to a different graphic here and just kind of show you what we have coming up after we get through this snow. And it is this. We've got a pretty good shot at some cold air. Notice the Quad Cities has a really high probability of below normal temperatures through the 8 to 14 day outlook. So starting this weekend, we're going to see temperatures likely well below normal. We're talking highs in the single digits and teens with lows below 0. Wind chills could be as low as 20, maybe 30 below. So we could be talking about some wind chill headlines. And I'm going to just show you the 7-day forecast here before I wrap things up. You can see that we have a couple more chances of snow. Now, the Wednesday snow looks like it's going to happen late in the day into Wednesday night. Could see maybe a quick inch out of that, but it's going to be late Thursday through Friday and wrapping up on Saturday, where we see another round of snow. And that could, once again, be kind of an impactful event as well. But we have to get through this one first to kind of nail down that possibility. So we'll get you through this one first. Of course, we're going to have complete updates. Eric Maitland back in the Weather Center now, putting together the latest information for our 4, 5, and 6 o'clock newscast. And of course, if you don't already, you can download the QC Weather app for free to your smartphone or tablet. You'll get updates there. And we'll continue to keep you updated here on TV6.